So hello viewers and welcome back to the another video on Video Geeks. So in today's video we are going to have a look at the engines part, or you can say we are going to have a look at the Playwright engine that we can use with the Artillery. So we can combine the Playwright and Artillery together to have an automation test that we can use it for the performance testing. So the actual user-like behavior that we can actually use to perform a performance testing or load testing. So how to use that Playwright engine with the Artillery and set up your existing Playwright code that you might have written already for your projects to use with the load testing. So we are going to have a look at that perspectives. So without wasting much time, let's get started. So as usual, all the documentation stuff is ready. You can see lesson5.md file is over here. And remember, this will not be inside the Artillery YouTube Learning channel, or not channel. This will not be inside the Artillery YouTube Learning GitHub repository. This will be inside Playwright YouTube Learning repository. And I would also like you to do the same. So if you want to use the Playwright engine, you need at least one of the Playwright code, or you can say user scenario, test scenario, whatever you call it, written already. So this repository, Playwright YouTube Learning, that we have used to made the sessions or made the video lectures for Playwright. So there we had covered lots of useful stuff for Playwright. So if you have not watched that video, or if you are new to our video Geeks YouTube channel, I'll suggest you to watch those videos over here. There will be a I button link. Also, we have covered the Cypress parts. So just like the Playwright tool or framework, we have also covered Cypress. That is also useful for you if you are into automation testing frameworks. So I'll have a link of that also over here. For this video lecture, we'll use the Playwright YouTube Learning repository, and that is also link is also given in the description. So just check that out. Inside the lessons folder, you check this lesson5.md folder, and this will have all the information that you need. And if you want the detailed official documentation, then you can go to Playwright Artillery's documentation, official documentation. From the reference, you will find this engines. So engines are very useful stuff in the Artillery. So there are few options for engines such as HTTP, Playwright, Socket.io, web sockets and stuff. And these are helpful for us if you want to perform a performance testing, but you need certain different ways to perform those stuff. So for Playwright, we have this Playwright engine that can combine Playwright code that we might have written already. So we can use that code. So the code that will have user behavior or stuff, so that we can use to perform a load testing, so that our each user will perform the task that actual user might perform, and we can measure how our application is behaving while also performing the load testing. So this is the page where you can get all the information if you want to explore this page. And if you don't want to explore this documentation, you are not into that much reading, then just follow along with me. So let's just start the setup for the Artillery. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to install Artillery inside your Playwright project. So if you have this folder structures already written code for the Playwright, then you can just hit over here and do npm install Artillery at the latest. So I'll not do this right now because I have already installed Artillery, and you can see that inside package.json file, you can see we have Artillery over here. Now, as you can see, we have this load test.yaml file. Now, while we have Artillery installed, we want to set up the Artillery YAML file that we were creating in the lectures that we have seen before, right? So this is the YAML file that is used to generate or perform the Artillery load test. Now this is the same file. Few of the things are changed, so such as this engines that we didn't have before. So this we have new, which has the engine option that describes that we are using the Playwright engine. Now with the engine, we also need to specify the processor. Now the processor is the file that will be used to perform to reference the actual Playwright code that we want to execute for each of the user that will be created through this phase description or through this arrival rate duration that we have through the scenarios that we have mentioned over here, right? Now this is a test functions folder, and inside this I have homepage ui.ts file. That is nothing but just a function that takes the parameter page and performs some validation, so homepage validation, and this function I am reutilizing it inside the test second and third spec file. So this is the place where I'm reutilizing this exact same function, and from here I'm passing the page reference of page over here, right? So simple. And this file we have seen already. Now what I want to do is I want to run this function for each of the user that are created through this phase descriptions, so description of these phases, so warm up phase, ramp up and spike, and all the users will go to this website or this target URL and perform these steps. So first step is to locate and title of an app, an element with the ID this title of an app, and it will assert that it is visible. Now once that is visible, we will also assert that it contains a text welcome to Arista Lab requester, and then we'll assert that we have 6 button tools inside particular div, and then we'll have this label info verified that it contains the text select some tool. So these are the basic tasks that we will perform. And now inside the scenarios you can see that we are utilizing the Playwright Engine with the test function. So inside this processor file we can have multiple functions, and we need to make sure that each function is using export before its description. And at the end, inside the scenario, we need to make sure that we write the function that we want to execute for each of these users that are created through this phase description. So that's the basic thing, and I think you are good to go, and you can just run npx artillery run or test whatever. So we'll just use, I haven't installed artillery inside this machine, so this particular code that I have written from my another machine, that's why it asked us to install artillery first, because we haven't installed artillery inside this yet. So as you can see, the test ran and it is successfully passed, but I did few modifications in between, so I'll just go through that modifications. So first I added this line which forces the test to go to this particular URL before it executes these steps. And also I modified the load test.yaml file, so I removed all the phase descriptions because I wanted to test I wanted the test to just as simple as possible, and this keeping this much of the file will just simulate for one virtual user. So will not have any phases, will not have any more than one users created ramp up time, or there will not be any users that are created periodically. So this will just execute this particular code with creating one user, and that's just it. And as you can see, we can also combine the API key to simulate results to viewing the results live, and this is that file. And as you can see, one virtual users were created. This is the test config YAML file, and traces, there are no traces actually. And we can also check logs, I think we have here. So I don't think we have logs here, but we can see the logs from here. As you can see, these are the logs, and these are the summary reports, and this is the phase description. And in later on videos we'll also teach you that how we can simulate this. So as you can see, this file, this test, it says test with Playwright Engine. This was the test that I ran, and all failed here because we had this particular, in this scenario we had this title of F misspelled because the last video we checked that how we can see the failures, observe failures while we were setting up this YAML file, right? So in later on videos we'll also in next video we'll also see then how we can set up the GitHub actions that simulates this load test.yaml file or simulates the load test. We'll also have face descriptions over here, and we'll observe the live test from our dashboard over here. So we'll see all those stuff, and that is just while that will happen when we push our changes to our GitHub repository. So all that we'll see in the next video. So for this video I will keeping it simple. So I hope you have got the idea about how you can set up your artillery for the existing Playwright code and how you can use the YAML file, same YAML format, to link your Playwright code and execute the load test based on your Playwright scripts. So that's it for today's video. We'll meet in the next video. Till then, keep learning and keep exploring.